Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel in case you're new here. Hi, my name is M and we are up with another video today. Najua, I know there's someone right now anajiuliza ameanza kupika sasa. This is a very important recipe. Why? Because I have been trying to make a cake with the recipes I find on YouTube before and none of them ever worked until my mother finally decided to teach me how to make a cake. And I will not lie to you, ever since I found this recipe I've been making cakes every day. I know hata akishuka hapa chini anipate nikipika keki tena ataniambia too much, you're too much. Sure, tena ni wewe. Anyway, so today I want to show you guys how to make a cake. The reason why I'm doing this, I had a friend last week who was complaining how much he's never gotten a good recipe online. They all don't work when he tries to follow them. And I thought I also had that same problem some time back, and I also saw Akina Daddy trying to make a cake and it didn't turn out well because they used a recipe that doesn't work for us. I don't know how they do them. Maybe we don't have the ingredients, maybe we don't have the equipment. So today I want to do it very simply. I'm using a SUFURIA. I have an oven, but I won't use an oven. I'll use a JIKO. And I'm also not going to be using a mixer. It's going to be that simple, guys. And if you follow this recipe, I promise you from today your game is going to change when it comes to cakes. This is a very simple cake. This might be, so yeah, I really had to share because I think I'll be helping one or two people, even though these are not the kind of videos that I normally do on a daily basis. I thought it was important to share this maybe as a bonus video this week. So yeah, I hope you do enjoy this video. Let's go. This is everything you need. You need 2 bowls. One is for mixing the dry ingredients and the other one is for mixing the wet ingredients. You need 3 eggs, and then you need Blue Band, or in place of Blue Band you can also use butter. Or in case you do not have butter, neither do you have Blue Band, you can also use the solid oil, like the solid one, the kasuku, the solid oil. Any solid can work. You also need some sugar. You also need salt, like just a pinch of salt. Baking powder. We are going to be using baking powder only. I think you can also use yeast or baking soda. I'm not sure. I only use baking powder because we're doing a simple cake. And then now we need all-purpose flour. And then now with this, we are going to be able to get a perfect cake. So I usually start by taking at least maybe 3 scoops of margarine, that size. Okay, so I take about 3 scoops of margarine. I'll have a lot of, just look at your ingredients, how you like your things. I don't think there is any effect of having more, but because I'm trying to save, this will be enough for the size of cake that I want to make. I'm not making a big cake though, so come and show. So this is how much margarine we are going to be using. This is how much margarine we are going to be using. Onto your margarine, add the sugar. This is like about maybe half a cup of sugar. The sugar that you know, the cup that you normally drink with tea. So this is like about half a cup of sugar, and then you're going to stir the 2. So you're going to stir these 2 until you can no longer feel any sugar inside the margarine. Like the 2 should mix to the extent that now the margarine is no longer looking yellow and it is now looking white, or maybe the butter or cooking oil, whatever you're using, will be okay. But now you add the sugar to the margarine and then you start to stir these 2. A few minutes later, So now you can see our blue band and sugar have mixed like completely. Literally the blue band is looking white. Yep. Advice, use a bowl so that it's like a shorter process. Okay. So on to our margarine and sugar that have really mixed, that now the margarine is looking white, not better. We add our 3 eggs. It has to be 3 eggs. So we add 3 eggs onto the margarine. Very important. Okay, so we are almost there. This did take some time, honestly, more than it normally takes. It did take some time, but we're almost there. It's supposed to be flawless, like a paste, literally. So yeah. So if you're using a JIKO, you need this kind of setup. You need a big sufuria. Then you're supposed to put sand soil inside, and then as you're continuing making your cake, you need to put the sand on top of the JIKO so that it preheats as you're continuing with your cake, so that when you put inside, your JIKO will be, your sufuria will be a little bit hot, like the sand will have heated the whole place. We're trying to make an oven here, in case you didn't notice. So yeah, so we need to do this before we finish with our cake. So when you're mixing the first time, like when you're mixing your margarine and sugar or butter and sugar or whatever, if you don't have a mixer, please be patient, because I wasn't, and now I'm not getting the best mixture when I added my eggs, because you need to make a paste at this point. So, but in case you're in a situation like mine, it will still work, though not as perfectly as it could have if you had a paste. So this is what I'm working with. It will work, but not as well as it could have if I was a little patient. So now I'll add a pinch of salt, just a little bit, to improve the taste. Honestly, if I was just a little patient, we couldn't have had this situation. But anyway, it's okay, it will still work. So if you are in such a situation, it will still work, though not as well as it could have if we had a paste. So yeah, now our wet ingredients are okay. This is all we needed for the wet ingredients, and now it's time to mix the dry ingredients. You have to measure your flour and your baking powder and mix them together in a separate bowl, then pour that into your wet ingredients. So I'm going to be using 2 cups of flour, 2 cups. And then now with that, you need 2 tablespoons of baking powder. If you're using 1 cup of flour, then put 1 cup of baking powder. I hope you have understood the arithmetics. So if you're using 3 cups, then you need 3 spoons of baking powder. Now, using my fingers, I'll just crush it a little bit just to make it smoother. Okay, so now we will add our dry ingredients onto our wet ingredients, like that, just like that, don't worry. And then using a spoon, you start folding the two. patiently until they are well mixed together. We do not add water or anything unless your wet ingredients are not enough. Then you can add just a little bit, like the least bit of water. So in case your mixture is too thick, like mine is thick, you want it to flow a little bit, you will just add a little bit of water, the least, and then you continue folding. Put some oil in there just so that our cake does not stick, and then apply this all over. And then in case obviously you do not have tracing paper or sujini baking paper, use a normal paper, the same one. Just use a normal paper, put that underneath your sufuria. Oops, I didn't cut it round. That's okay, I put oil, so I'm assuming it will be fine. And then you apply some cooking oil to this paper as well. Now you add your mixture to your sufuria. Wow, our mixture is a bit thick. Okay, that is okay. Kitchen ya Mwafrika, nothing is perfect. As long as you get results. Okay. And then now we spread our cake. You can knock it down just. I check. So our sufuria, our oven is hot. So now we just add our sufuria that has the cake directly. We just add that on top, and then we cover that sufuria. So we just add that on top, and then we cover the sufuria, and then after a few minutes you're going to feel a nice smell coming from your cake. At that point you need to come back and turn the cake. Don't worry, I'll show you when that stage reaches. But anyway, so now just a minute, I'll be back when the cake is almost done.
2,000 years later.
So there is our cake. It's mostly done on the lower side, so we'll remove it so that we can cook the upper side. So this is what I'm saying, it's done on the lower side. So it's well made on the lower side, so we just need to flip it over, oops, so that it may cook evenly. but it is perfect. So if you follow my recipe, guys, I can assure you your cake will be perfect. Perfect. I know I have looked for a recipe that works YouTube, CJ pattern, until my mother appeared. Anyway, so that is it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed, guys. I hope you tried this recipe. And yeah, thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe. Bye.